I am back, and today we are talking about energy. Dun, 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 dun. So we will talk about different forms of energy. Okay, so we will start with potential energy. Potential energy is not a form of energy, but is a type of energy. It is an energy it's a type of energy which is stored. It can be stored. So there is chemical potential energy, gravitational potential energy, and there is elastic potential energy. So chemical potential energy is stored in us. Actually, we use chemical potential energy to move around. It makes us stronger and all. And it's also in fuels, like a candle. To light it up, it has to be fuel, and also fossil fuels. They all have chemical potential energy. And there's also gravitational potential energy. There's more gravitational potential energy when you're depending on your mass. If you're heavier, there's more. If you're higher, there's more gravitational potential energy. And just so you know, quick fact, energy can't be made, but can only be converted from one form to another. And then the next form is light energy, which you can tell by the name is light. It comes from the sun, same as heat energy. Heat energy comes from the sun, which also by the name you can see it makes things hot. Now, another form of energy which is familiar is electrical energy. You use it to power up your appliances and furniture, to cook and all. Oh, and one more thing about chemical potential energy. I forgot about this. So it's also stored in batteries. It seems like batteries has electrical energy, but it actually has chemical potential energy. Okay? Cool. And electrical energy is what flows in the circuit. It passes from the circuit or whatever wires you have to the electrical appliances and powers it up. Now, from the energy you've got so far, we can actually make an energy conversion. So a statement. So basically, you'll see what I mean. So basically, you have chemical potential energy because you're using up your strength to push a ball, and that ball gets gravitational potential energy. So you write this as a chemical potential energy, then an arrow, and then you'd write gravitational potential energy because you use that to make more of that. Now the next one was sound energy, which is basically sound. So you get when you talk, you place books down, play the piano. That sounded bad. Oops. And then kinetic energy is made when objects move. So yeah, that's another form. You could have gravitational potential energy to kinetic energy because it's losing its energy as it falls, but it's being transferred to kinetic energy as it's moving. So it's anything that's moving. Even a circle. Normally you think it's a circle, it's so smooth and all when it rolls and all. No, it's always energy when it moves, it hits the wind. There's still a bit of friction. That's how it slows down. And then we have one more. It's a potential energy. Elastic potential energy. So elastic potential energy is the energy made like when you from a stretched rubber band. So or spring, for example, you stretch a spring, it pulls back, it uses energy to pull it back. For example, you have some of those toy cars you can wind up, they use that elastic potential energy and converts it to kinetic energy to move. Let's say it could have, a lot of times it won't, but it might have a rubber band in there which makes energy when you wind it up, and then releases it and converts it to kinetic energy. So if you think, so I thought before that energy can be made, like I always used to think of ways that energy can be made without being converted, but then when I looked at it, I actually see there's always an energy conversion to make it that statement come true. An example, we have a problem. I can't think of an example. Well, then let's move on to the end. That's it. This is a short video. So let us end this. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Konnichiwa. Thank you for watching. and goodbye. Ding.